All right, let's talk about something I'm sure we've all felt. You know that feeling when you're talking to your AI and it's like a slow game of 20 questions? Yeah, we're done with that. Today, we're going to change the rules. We're moving beyond those simple one-off commands to build a true AI powerhouse, what I like to call a Swiss Army knife that can handle complex tasks all in one shot. Let's dive in. Seriously, do your AI chats feel like you're just dragging the conversation along? You ask for one thing, wait for the response, then ask for the next thing. I mean, sure, it works, but it's not exactly efficient, and it definitely doesn't feel very powerful, does it? You know the drill. First, you're like, hey, summarize this report. Then you wait. Then, okay, now pull out the key numbers from that summary. Finally. All right, now take those numbers and draft an email. Every single step is a separate conversation, and you're just crossing your fingers that the context doesn't get lost along the way. There has to be a better method. And the good news is, there is. We're going to explore how to build what I call the Swiss Army knife agent. The idea is to create a single powerful prompt that can handle these complex, multi-part requests all in one go. Just think about it for a second. Instead of fumbling around for a screwdriver, then a bottle opener, then a pair of scissors, what if you had one tool that could do it all? That's the huge mindset shift we're making today. We're turning your AI from a single-purpose tool into a multifunctional powerhouse. So to build this Swiss Army knife, we need to get super clear on two core concepts, roles and intents. Trust me, understanding the difference between these two is the secret sauce that makes this whole technique work. Okay, let's break this down. A role is basically the who. It's the persona, the hat that the AI is wearing. Think of it as telling it to be a data analyst or a marketing expert. It's all about perspective. On the other hand, the intent is the what. That's the specific task, the action you want it to perform, like summarize a document. So, one is about perspective, the other is all about execution. So with multi-role prompting, what you're really doing is telling the AI to switch hats right in the middle of a task. It could start off as this super objective analyst, finding the deep insights in some data, and then, boom, pivot to become a persuasive strategist who recommends a course of action based on those same insights. And multi-intent prompting, well, that's all about the execution side. It's like you're giving the AI a checklist of actions to perform, all in a logical order. Summarize this, then extract that. Then draft this. And when you combine these two things, multiple roles with multiple intents, that's when things get really interesting. Okay, so you might be thinking, why go through all this trouble? Well, because the payoff is huge. Moving beyond these simple single-purpose prompts fundamentally changes what you can actually get done with AI. Let's look at the benefits. First off, it's just incredibly efficient. You save so much time by cutting out all that back and forth. Second, you actually get better, more accurate results. Why? Because it's all happening in one prompt, so the AI holds onto the context from start to finish. And finally, you can manage real-world complexity. You can tackle problems that are just, well, they're impossible with those simple one-off questions. All right, enough theory. Let's see how this actually works. We're going to build a prompt for a quarterly performance analyst. This is a perfect real-world example of where this technique shines. So here's our goal. And it's pretty ambitious. We want to take raw quarterly performance data, pull out the most important insights, and then draft a polished, ready-to-send summary email for leadership. And we're going to do it all in a single, elegant prompt. Okay, first things first, we define our roles, the who. For this, we need two totally different personas.
Role number 1 is the senior data analyst. Think meticulous, objective, laser-focused on finding the story hidden inside the numbers. Then, the AI needs to completely switch gears and become role number 2, the communication strategist, who's a master at translating all that complex data into something clear and actionable for a busy executive to read.
Next up, we define our intents, the what. These are the actual jobs to be done. Intent 1 is pure analysis. Go into this CSV file and find the 3 to 5 most important takeaways. Intent 2 is all about communication. Take those exact findings and use them to write a professional email. See how that works? The output of the first task becomes the direct input for the second. It's beautiful.
And here it is. This is what the final prompt structure looks like. This is where it all clicks. Notice how clear and separated everything is. We explicitly state role 1 and its task, then we use a clear separator before defining role 2 and its task. But here's the kicker, the most crucial part. We specify the final output format at the very end. This level of clarity is what guides the AI to deliver exactly what we want, which is just the final, perfectly crafted email.
So now that you've seen it in action, I want to give you a really simple framework so you can start building these kinds of powerful prompts for yourself. This 4-step worksheet is your new best friend. First, just define your single overarching goal. What's the one big thing you want to accomplish? Second, list out the different personas or roles the AI will need to be. Third, define the specific intents or tasks for each role. And finally, and don't forget this one, always specify what you want the final output to look like. It's a simple but incredibly powerful way to structure your thinking and your prompts.
So there you have it. That's how you level up from a simple tool to a multifaceted Swiss Army knife agent. You are now officially equipped to build way more efficient, coherent, and sophisticated interactions with AI. So the only question left is, what complex problem are you going to solve first?